welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Riah J, and I'm back with another video, my babies. Today is Thursday, my babies. I hope all is well with you all is well with me, and I hope we all are continuing to stay about happiness, peace, and love. And I hope we all are continuing to stay determined, motivated, and focused. And I hope we all are continuing to walk in the alignment of stars that Allah has for us. I'm sorry, that was ugly. And I hope we all are continuing to walk in the alignment of stars that Allah has for us. What is wrong with Oh God. Hold on, one more time. Third time's the charm. And I hope we all are continuing to walk in the alignment of stars that Allah has for us. I don't know, y'all. Something is going on today. Yeah, this Mercury retrograde is really, it's really a lot, you know. And not only that, today I'm having a very heavy flow this month. I know that's TMI, but listen, I'm a woman. Women have periods, and I'm on mine, okay? So if you don't want to hear me talk about my cycle, click out the video, okay? You was never meant to be here in the first place. Yeah, let's get straight into it, my babies. Yeah, on a serious note though, enough rambling, enough of the small talk. I know you all seen the title, I know you all seen that thumbnail, and yeah, it's time for us to get straight into it. So today I'm going to be discussing more about mental health and more about black men seeking help when they need help. This video is inspired by the reality show Huntsville in Marriage. It's a reality show of you know, a black community of successful entrepreneurs and stuff like that, and some of them are married, some of them are divorced, some of them are single, some of them are newly divorced, some of them are currently going through a divorce, they have children and everything like that. But I really love the show outside of the struggles and the very seriousness of matters on the show. The show is it's a great show. I love reality TV. I mean, I'm not like loving hip-hop and stuff like that. I'm way past that, but I do indulge in like Real Housewives of Atlanta, Marriageville and Huntsville, you know, Marriage in Huntsville, and just some different type of shows, but not so much of the love and hip-hop, because love and hip-hop is way too ratchet for me. And even Keeping Up with the Kardashians, like, I don't watch none of that. I haven't watched none of that stuff in like years. But shows like Marriageville and Huntsville, shows like The Housewives, you know, things like that, I really do enjoy. You know, it's like my guilty pleasures. So on the previous episodes of Marriage and Huntsville, Marceau recently came out and said that he thought he was depressed. Like, he thinks he's depressed. And then when he announced that he thought he was in a type of depression because he hasn't been feeling happy, you know, within himself, first of all, it took his friends by surprise. It took his brothers by surprise. It even took his wife by a surprise, because this is feelings and emotions that he's been holding in. He wasn't talking about this prior to these moments on the show. So yeah, everybody was just taken aback by Marceau coming out and saying this, and everybody was even a little more disturbed at the fact that after he said that he, you know, I think I'm in a depression, you know, I just haven't been happy, you know, I don't know what's going on. He also followed that up with trying to cover up his depression, okay, trying to basically say, you know, oh, maybe it's just, you know, a mild depression and I'll get over it, you know. Nothing just haven't been making me feel happy, you know. And then I've been basically saying he's been feeling really defeated as far as his work life, you know. He works so much. He's worked since he was 13 years old, and he had 3 jobs, and since he was 13, and he's now a 41-year-old man. So that speaks volumes. That goes to show you how much work this man has put in, you know. And even inside of his marriage, I think they just made 15 years of marriage. Congratulations to you, Tisha and Marceau. That's truly a blessing, you know. I hope you all I wish you all nothing but the best and much more love and happiness, success and prosperity and peace, you know, and keep God first. His wife was even bringing up the fact that, you know, sometimes I feel like lonely. Sometimes I don't feel supported in a marriage because, like, when it's time to go on vacations, you know, Tisha has always looked at when she see families, the whole family go on family vacations and stuff like that, the husband, the wife, the kids, she aspires for her marriage to be like that. But Marsul, her husband, he works so much that yes, he's a great provider and he's the man and the head of the household, but he does not know how to put work aside to even take a vacation with his family. So Tisha was explaining to him that, baby, sometimes I feel alone. Sometimes I feel, you know, like, you know, I wish my husband was with us. You know, I don't want to just be out traveling the world on vacations with just me and my kids. Like, I want us all to be together as a unit, you know. You work so much. Just take a break, Marsul, you know. And the way his mindset is set up is that work comes first. I have to meet these project deadlines. You know, I grew up in poverty, and which is the reasons why I work so hard, you know, because number one, I don't want to go back to poverty, and number two, you know, I'm trying to set up a stable foundation, a legacy for the children, for you, you know what I mean? Even when we're long gone, we'll have this generational wealth. Our family, our future generations will have financial freedom. But Marsul has missed a major point about life. Some of the most successful people in the world are depressed. Some of the most successful people in the world, the billionaires, the multimillionaires, the people who solely base their lives on work, work, work. I need to be successful. I'm going to be successful. I got to get this money. I got to get the bag. I got to save up. I got to, you know, make sure, you know, I'm good for the future. My kids are good. My kids' kid. Most of these very successful people are depressed. They suffer with major anxiety. They're constantly in a state of depression. Some of them suffer with PTSD. Some of them have even acquired even more mental illness on top of the main mental illness that they was already dealing with. You know, PTSD, bipolar, schizophrenic. If you do not take care of your mental health, things will get worse. So on the show, his friends, his brother, his wife, they are all encouraging Marsul. Marsul, you need to go to get help, Marsul. You need to go to therapy, you know, because if you're saying, oh, I'm feeling this way, I'm not happy, you know, no matter what I do, nothing can bring me up, you know what I mean? It's like I was so comfortable walking on the ground, but now I'm actually at a point where I'm flying and I'm not even happy about it. So is all the work and all the money and all the time and investments and time away from your family, is everything that you've been sacrificing, you know, versus spending time with family and taking vacations and taking time off sometimes, is it actually worth it? It's not worth it, you know, and that's confirmation. That's confirmation right there from Allah that, my babies, we can work so hard. You can get to the point in your life where you have acquired the tip top of the mountain success that you've always dreamt of. But if you have not set any time aside from your work to do some relaxation, do some resting and rejuvenation, go take a vacation, spend time with your family. And when you are actually resting, rejuvenating, on vacation, spending time with your family and loved ones, take your mind out of work as well. I know a lot of my black men out in the world, and even my black women, this is a video about black men and their mental health, but women, if you're watching, this goes for you as well. No matter how hard you work, no matter what point of success you are able to reach in your life, if you have not been taking care of your mental health in the same token, nothing is going to be worth it. The success, you're not going to be happy from within. You are not going to have true peace. The love you have in your life and around you, you're not going to be grateful for it, because you are going to be in a state of depression. I seriously want my black men and my black women across the world to seek therapy. If you, I don't know why my nose is itching. Go seek therapy, my babies. We can't fix everything by ourselves sometimes. And you have to be okay with that. You have to be like, you know what? I've reached a point where I need help. I'm sorry, y'all. You have to, it's okay to acknowledge, it's okay to acknowledge the fact that I need help. Like, I'm tired of doing this on my own. I'm tired of feeling like this. No matter how many times I think about situations and, think about the outcomes and think about, what should I do and what's the best route I should take, it's like I'm running in circles. That means you need help, my babies. And there's nothing wrong with needing help. I told you all, y'all, I'm 28. Throughout my entire life, I've been to therapy, I believe, like 6 times. 6 times tops. And I'm proud of that. I'm proud of that, because when I was when I can't even talk. What if in my past, right, knowing that I was going through all these different type of emotions and, I didn't know how to help myself and I didn't know how to fix things. What if I would have stayed in that type of energy, in that type of aura, I wouldn't be where I am today. Healthy, happy, thriving, My mental state is so stable right now that I just want to give all glory to God. I am only here at this point of a healthy mind and healthy body and a healthy soul because I have done the work and I am continuing to do the work on my life. I knew I needed help back then, y'all. I needed somebody to talk to, because I didn't have nobody around me that could understand me, that could relate, that, I thought they didn't have no wise advice for me that could be useful to me, in my situation at the time. So I said, you know what, I'm going to put myself in therapy. And I went to therapy. I went to a few sessions of therapy and it helped me, my babies. It helped me when I could not even see the dots to connect the dots of my own life. The therapist that I was seeing, she helped me connect the first 3 dots of questions that I had about my life. She helped me connect the first 3 dots, y'all. And once she helped me connect those first 3 dots, something in me clicked. And I then started to connect the pieces of my own life. And I started to help myself. I started to have epiphany after epiphany after epiphany. Awaken after awaken after awaken. And I am now at a point in my life where I have true peace. I have true happiness. I have true love, and it is all vibrating from within me. I am not seeking none of these things from external people, places, and things. It is within me because I have done the work. Go to therapy. Seek a spiritual advisor, a spiritual healer. Seek a life coach. These are all resources that you have available to you. And for those of y'all that you still in a struggle like me, you still on public assistance, welfare, living in the projects, you broke, you poor, If you have Medicaid, do you know that Medicaid covers therapy sessions? If you didn't know, now you do. All you have to do is reach out to different therapists, okay? And call them up, ask them, hey, do you accept Medicaid? Hey, do you accept Medicaid? Hey, do you accept Medicaid? Do you offer therapy sessions? Do you offer therapy sessions? And you're going to come across one that does. And you set an appointment and you start going. Because you want to heal yourself, right? You want to feel better. You want to live a greater quality of life. You're tired of feeling sad. You're tired of feeling so down and out. You're tired of feeling stressed. This anxiety is taking over your life. Sometimes you don't want to get out the bed. No matter what people do to lift you up, and your kid, you know how big of a blessing your kids are, and no matter how much work you are putting in, you know, in the 3D physical world, no matter how much your spouse is loving on you, you still feel like shit. Go to therapy, y'all. It's very important. It doesn't matter. I want y'all to start putting your mental health first. Stop worrying so much about school. Stop worrying so much about work. Stop worrying so much about pleasing other people. Stop worrying so much about your kids. And all of this may sound absurd right now, and it may even sound selfish. But no, it's you being, yeah, I mean, it may seem selfish to those external things. And yes, it is. It is you being selfish. In a good way. Being selfish with yourself is a good thing. Because if you don't have happiness, peace, and love within yourself, you cannot give it to your lover. You cannot give to friends. You cannot be the greatest parent. You cannot show up to your work environment and put on your best self. Because you are not fulfilled within. My babies, go to therapy. And if you feel like therapy is so taboo, you can seek a life coach. You can also seek a spiritual healer, a spiritual advisor. If y'all go to church, go speak to the pastor if you want to. If you trust them, if you feel like you can trust them, you have to use your discernment, you know, because I know some people, they don't have good energy, you know, so I understand that. If you are Muslim, go speak to the imam. The imam. You know, there's a lot of people you can speak to. Most likely when you are in depression, when you are in a depression state, the people around you, they can't really help you. No matter what they do, how much they try, how they're showing up for you, they just can't help you. You need somebody that you don't really know, who won't judge you, where you can open up and tell them everything that you're feeling inside, and you can seek some advice, and you can just seek some peace, you know, and some clarity. So this is why therapy is so important, because it's not, the therapist is not your mother, the therapist is not your wife, the therapist is not your sister or your kids, the therapist is not your friend. The therapist is the therapist. This person has went to college, this person has done a certain amount of training, and they've learned all the skills and tools and things that they needed to learn to become a therapist. So they know something. Go. Give it a try. Try it out. I promise you, once you take that first step, you're going to start to feel, if not, you know, because everything is a process. You know, everything is a process. The first time you go to your therapy sessions, you're not going to leave there after the first day and feel like, I'm a brand new person. No, you're going to feel a little better, but if you keep going, and you keep doing the work. Also, when you leave the therapist session, think about everything you just absorbed. Think about everything you learned. Think about the clarity and the peace you just gained. And try to keep at it, you know? Don't just look for the therapist to give you all the answers and stuff, because therapists don't work like that. They'll give you little tads and little bits, and then they'll wait to see your response, to see, you know, how are you adapting? How are you understanding, you know? And they listen to your responses of what you say to hear, is this person fully understanding what I'm telling them? Are they fully receiving the advice and the clarity that they are gaining at this moment in time? So I don't want to talk to y'all too long. I am going to put the clips, the very most important clips of the show regarding mental health, so you all can just see what I'm talking about, because I feel very sad for my black men out in the world and my black sisters. You know, we have to seek help. So I'm gonna roll the clips now, and just watch all the clips, y'all. I might have to edit them a little bit, you know, speed them up, slow them down, because I don't want to get copyright or anything like that. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and if you or anybody you know are experiencing depression or suicide or any other type of mental illness, please seek help. It's imperative for you. This is not the end of your life, and this is not the end of your story. You will be okay. You will push through. You will pull through. You will raise yourself up to a higher vibration. I believe in you. I know you can do it. You can do it, my babies. So if you made it this far in the video, my babies, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe to your girl Riahjay's channel. Okay, my babies, this is the end of the content video, my babies. I love you all so much. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Peace and love. Bye. Stay for the clips. They coming right now.
Friend group, you know, this was a heavy year.
For me, with everything, dude. I know you had mentioned like last night about depression. They kind of hit me because I guess sometimes I speak for myself. I might be depressed now, not even knowing it. You know what I'm saying? And still trying to go through the motions and trying to overcome things myself, and wonder why I'm so angry or don't want to leave the house at times. You know what I'm saying? So, dude, it's a real thing.
What I've done this last year, I won't do it again ever. I've never given up time for money. Not this much time for this much money. I know I had to build, and I know I'm not regretting it. I'm just saying this is something I've passed, and I'm not passing again. I can feel when it's 8 o'clock in the morning. I don't care what happened. I'm talking about Sunday, Saturday. I feel like I'm behind on something. You know what I'm saying? And having the constant stress. I'm talking about all 24 hours of the day. That you feel like if I'm doing something right here, I am not doing something over here. You never can enjoy a minute of your life. And I was like, oh, maybe I might be mildly depressed. I mean, seriously, because things don't get me up. It's really like if I said I want to fly, and I did everything I could to fly, then I finally get up in the air, and I'm scared as hell of falling. I guess the question is, do you really want to fly? Do you want to be faced with constant anxiety of this move could be your end? I've got to figure out a way to be comfortable flying, because it was comfortable on the ground. What you're just describing, that's high achievers. I think this might actually be something that affects high achievers disproportionately. All grind, all work, you know what I'm saying? No play. Man, we actually haven't gotten away in a minute. It's like completely unbalanced.
Yeah.
You know? This revelation about, you know, how I live my life and how this is not normal, to experience the level of stress that I experience. I guess as an entrepreneur, I've always had, you know, a lot of stress on me. I guess I've internalized a lot of this stress, and I didn't know it wasn't normal. It seems normal.
I appreciate you, man, for inviting us, and I appreciate.
Chilling.
I was doing something in the mirror, and I said,
You like what?
Wanda, her mom.
Yeah.
The older I get, the more I start to look like her.
Yes, she does.
Yeah.
I hope there's never a day that I wake up out of my deep sleep and ready for the world and look over there, and I can't imagine Wanda in my bed. You know?
I can't either. But I look alike.
That's not a dream come true.
Oh, sorry, babe.
That's not a dream come true.
Dealing with Scott 2.0, we always gonna get some rain. Rain's a good thing.
Rain's always good for
Ever
us.
since it rained on my wedding day, I don't.
Like that wedding day, boy, you were crying the blues. He's like, the rain. It's gonna be okay, Kimmy. Don't worry about it.
And you're correct. Depression thing. I mean, it literally was like, I wouldn't have thought that at all, ever.
Really?
No, not at all. You would never think that. He hasn't even had that conversation with me about the whole depression thing. So it was a shocker for me, too.
I mean, I'm not finna do nothing about it, but I just don't recognize it there.
Exactly.
What do you mean you're not
That's
gonna
the
do
thing.
anything
He's
about
not going to talk about it. He's just going to, like, deal with it.
If you believe you're depressed, why wouldn't you do anything about it?
Going through a stage, bro.
I feel you, but that to me, what I'm trying to find out is this stress or is it depression?
Maybe I'm just looking at the symptoms and over self-analyzing myself. What
And
I'm
that's
saying,
why you need a professional to do it.
well, maybe I don't. Maybe I just need to chill out and see if this stuff persists. Maybe I just need to finish these
You
projects and
said
be done.
a year.
I've been working on this project for about a year, Reese.
So do you think it's a project?
I think it's, right now, I think it's my battle for time. So there are just not enough hours for me to get what I need to get accomplished in a day. Is it ideal? No. But am I gonna walk away from the projects? Absolutely not. So for right now, I'll just be under a lot of stress and I'll just deal with them as an adult. This is just one of those times in life on the path to greatness, sometimes you encounter a little stress. It's all right. Just getting more time in my life for me. And I feel like I'm on the cusp of everything. I'm at the end of the game. Maybe I'm just tired. Now, if I finish this right here, what I have on my plate, and I still feel this way, then I think it's a deeper problem. And so I don't even want to know that it's a real problem that I have to solve.
Coming up on Love and Marriage Huntsville.
Raising my children. Too many
Marriage Huntsville.
raising my children.
At the end of the game, maybe I'm just tired. Now, if I finish this right here, what I have on my plate, and I still feel this way, then I think it's a deeper problem. Maybe I just need to finish these
You
projects.
said
and be
a
done.
year.
I've been working on this project for about a year, Reese. And so I don't even want to know that it's a real problem that I have to solve.
Listen, I don't want to lose you, and I don't want anything to happen. So you just let me know if there's anything that I can do.
You can listen more.
Okay, I just listen. That's all I'm gonna do. Don't talk, just listen.
If you're about to say something, and I say something, and you continue saying exactly what you're about to say, that makes me feel like my words were zero, or you just didn't hear them.
Marcel thinks I don't listen to him. I feel like all I do is listen to him. And normally, when he don't want to talk about something or do something, I usually respect his wishes and just let it go. But this depression is different. I'm hoping that he would let us in a little bit, especially me, and not roll it over like it's none of my business and I shouldn't be concerned about it. Because at the end of the day, we're one. So when he's hurting, that affects us. I'm here for him to lean on and to help him through this process. This is a partnership, and I'm his wife, right? So this is a conversation you're supposed to have with your spouse. Because at the end of the day, if anything was to happen to Marcel, who do you think is going to be affected the most? Me and the kids.
Fact.
So we've been so
Even if it's
long.
not your spouse, he could get therapy.
He can get therapy,
talk
but
to
you can
somebody.
start with your spouse.
I agree, but sometimes it might be your spouse.
Really, Kimmy? So you're...
I know now is not the time to solve this problem. So I'm not, I mean, even if it's a problem, if it's
When do
real.
you think is the time,
Right,
Marcel?
when I get a free moment. Like after
Maybe
I,
by then it'd be too late.
You won't get a free moment.
what's too late?
You said what's too late?
You guys.
You don't know.
When you're having a breakdown and you don't know that it's a breakdown.
Exactly.
Or you're sick and you have to go to the hospital and you're
Hey,
down
guys,
for a couple
hey,
of
guys,
days.
guys. I'm 41. I've had 3 jobs since I was 13. Like, that's what I do is work. That's a thing for me,
I know.
you know? And you saying I should stop, right?
I didn't know. I didn't say you should stop. I think you should learn how to
Right,
know
you
when to turn it off. You can't work all day, every day. That's not healthy. You have to turn it off sometimes.
As a clinician, if you don't feel like you're depressed, it's not something you toss out and expect people to just walk by it like you didn't say it. You're the one who tossed it out there, and you said it's been a year already. So how long do you wait?
Okay.
And who do you confide in? It's not me. Is it Maurice?
He ain't told me.
I think we're taking it too far. I think we're acting like I said my knee hurts and you said when you scheduling a surgery. I'm saying give it a second to self-heal. Maybe if I stay off it a little while, then we can figure it out.
That statement that you just made right there is one of the main reasons my auntie is not here with us right now. Because, oh yeah, she knows there's a knot in her chest, but she was so busy to go to the doctor to go get it checked out. So it spread and it got worse. And guess what? She passed away because she came too late. So it's like, yeah, it's an issue, and when you notice it, you have to make time for things that's important. He's making it seem like his depression is something that is none of my business and something I don't need to be worried about. I know
Our best-selling one fat.
you're working hard for your family, but you don't want to lose the exact thing that you're out here working hard for, because we need you too.
I have been feeling disconnected. It's been more about purpose. It's been more about all of our life we grew up poor. And then you're thinking that once you get, you'll have.
does what I have value what it costs? How about this?
What up?
We grew up poor, right? And since we grew up poor, I understand where you're coming from. What I'd like for you to do for me is just go with me, and we'll go to therapy, and we'll find out.
Yeah, nah, I'm not gonna do that.
Coming up on Love and Marriage Huntsville.
You've been
Better place.
to me, you're moving forward.
Just give it to.
Watching for 3
That's the mentality. Okay.
patient.